Whoa! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Yeah. What a fucking week.
Yep. And it's already Ironheart is out and stuff, and it's getting race. Ironheart is getting fucking destroyed, right? And stuff. Nobody likes it. YouTubers are making their videos. We made our first episode on it and stuff, and it's got pretty decent views on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we're already off to a nice start. We're already off to a nice start with Ironheart and stuff because, like I said, we're gonna take our sweet time with Ironheart.
Yeah. God, I am not going through all that in one sitting. Fuck that.
Yeah, that first episode was bad. That first episode was very bad, and we gotta watch another one on Tuesday and stuff. What a coincidence! Jesus Christ! But the Shills are already out. The Shills are already out full force trying to justify Ironheart. Trying to think that she's gonna come and save the MCU. You're a racist if you don't like it or anything and stuff. And I, for one, as a black man, since I was laying down taking a nap after I got home from work, let's see. Okay, let me see if you turn some light on. So I hate when that happens. Let's see. Oh, that's even worse.
Damn.
Jesus Christ, that's even worse. Well, I mean, you can see some form of darkness to prove that I'm black. Yes, as a black man, yes. See that? See that skin? Look at that skin that y'all care so much about. Yeah, I dare y'all to call me racist because that ain't gonna count. Um, you guys are fucking retarded. Seriously, you guys are very, very, very retarded, mentally ill. Like, if you really think that speaks for black people and that is fucking it is for the black community and stuff, you guys are beyond the fucking derangement that I've ever seen. That the black community is just simply screwed. That basically Martin Luther King and Malcolm X's work was just for nothing. You really make them look bad, if anything. I've been hearing this thing called black fatigue and stuff, West.
Yep. I've heard that thrown around a couple of times.
I think it is. I think it's real because I'm getting it. Wow, I'm fatigued of my own race. I really am. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yep.
Also, I'll be getting my groceries soon. So yeah, I'll probably have to admit at some point go get the groceries right quick. That's being ordered. Cause I didn't, and so. But anyways, yeah, I am the host, Chopper War Dog 008, the black man, the most racist black man that hated Captain America, the biggest bigoted black man of all time and stuff, the biggest Uncle Tom of all time because I didn't like Sam Wilson as Captain America because I didn't like Ironheart. Get it? I am all of this. I'm all the things that they would despise in a white guy, right?
Yep.
And I'm
Speaking of
being
white guy, hi, I'm West, and I'm the white, and I'm the token white guy.
That's just basically say that he's basically that I'm a slave to this man. That's what y'all would have said.
Or they'll say that I manipulated you in some way.
Yeah.
Like a black man can have his own thoughts.
Hey! They're too stupid to get in their brain that I told them many times that I don't need no white man to speak to me. This is what I see for myself. The white man ain't got to tell me that something sucks. I saw it for myself. and said, "Yeah, this sucks." And I'm the one. I'm the one that you want to know something. I bet you they're gonna accuse you of starting this whole thing. I was the one that brought up the idea about a marvelous Thursday. I'm not trying to have no flex ego or anything. I'm not trying to be like Triple H where he flexes his ego or anything and stuff. This was my idea. So if you want to come at me, calling me Uncle Tom and everything, so you might as well just go and throw the full book at me. I you know what? I'm gonna do Vince McMahon's quote. You remember that quote was?
Hmm.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along, Austin. Remember that shit? That's basically me.
Yep.
So there you go. A black man has went full hill mode and stuff. I ain't got to answer to no damn body and stuff on why I did what I did and stuff. There's a reason why I did what I did because this shit's out of control and stuff. So yeah. So good news is today, Wes. I called out. I called out from Walmart.
Oh, all right.
So you know they're pissed off with me.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's gonna be a strike.
It's gonna be There's strike two. Strike two. Their chopper stuff. Fuck you. You think I really give a shit at this point and stuff? I said if anything happens and stuff, I welcome it. Like honestly, I'm just fucking done with Walmart. Like yesterday, shit was out of control and stuff. They had nobody. It was just fucking out of control yesterday and stuff. So and then my least and then the boss that I hate so much and stuff that talked to me like he was crazy was there too. So I just it was just like I was done. So I was like, I got the points to risk it. I don't really care. My reputation at this place is already ruined. So oh well. Oh, and then can we not give us over the fact is I almost beat up I beat up a 51-year-old at Minute Maid, but I didn't. But here's the kicker: I didn't. Why? Because that would be degenerate as fuck to beat up. Well, here's the thing: not only that he's a 51-year-old man, and he's old and stuff, but this man's basically he's a co-worker and stuff, but nobody likes him. Everybody finds him annoying and everything and stuff. But the thing is, he claims that he's disabled. He claims that he's disabled, that he suffers from epilepsies, basically
Epilepsy.
epilepsy and stuff. He can get he can have seizures at any moment and shit. So that's what kept him from getting for me just wanting to do something and fucking losing my job in the process. That's me thinking about that and stuff. I had to, but I did get mad at him and stuff. But the thing was, I had to calm down first, so I would just yell at him and not risk swinging at him and yelling at him and stuff. So I was just like, I had to remain professional and stuff. So I said to myself, I was like, if I hit this man, I'm going to jail for murder. Because if I hit him in his head and this man goes down having a seizure, you see what I'm saying? Because one strike to the head could possibly have this man a seizure stuff. And then what's even worse about it is that I thought about it. It was like this could be pretty degenerate of me to do. Like it would have been very degenerate of me to do it. So I didn't do it and stuff. So I guess you want to hear the story about what happened.
Sure, why not?
So yeah, so it was after lunch and stuff. Me and my coworker, we went out to have lunch, and went out to the city to have lunch. Then we came back. So we need to we had to come back early because we need to finish like some transfers that we didn't finish because they had just brought in the product like during lunchtime and stuff. So we was like, okay, now that we got the stuff we need, we can actually finish these transfers and stuff and put the stuff away and everything. So he was gonna do his bar and he was gonna do the bar that I was assigned to and stuff. So we went back to the warehouse to go and try to do that. So as we were passing by and stuff, this motherfucking immature ass crybaby 51-year-old motherfucker and stuff decided he wants to like, can you help me and stuff? So I told so me and him tells him, dude, we have these transfers to finish and stuff. So why don't you do this? Put some of that down for take some of that and put some of that down for us to come back and get and stuff. After we're done with our transfers, we'll go. We'll take care of that and stuff. Trust me on that and stuff. He was like, no, this got to be done. I'm just like, dude, I told you to put that shit down and let us finish our transfers. These got to be done before that gets done. We'll take care of that afterwards. And so then he continued trying to argue and stuff. Then we started to walk away. So me and him looked at each other. Was like, let's just walk away. So he was like, hey, I'm just like, the fuck you talking to like that, bitch? And we continue walking and stuff. We just looked at him and stuff, and then continue walking stuff. Just as we were about to start, just as we were about to start start doing our work, so this motherfucker went to the manager and stuff, went to our boss, snitched on the both of us and stuff, talking about that no, we wouldn't help him and shit. After we told him to put the shit down so we could come back and take care of it and stuff. Then then the boss calls me over and stuff, and it's like, give your transfer to my coworker to my homeboy and stuff, so he can do that his transfer and my transfer something I didn't finish and stuff. And you know I hate leaving shit unfinished, right? So like now he has to do my work and his work and stuff, and he told me to go help him. So I was like, ain't that a fucking snake, West? He cried like a little bitch. This is a 51-year-old man, Wes. This is a 51-year-old man. You know how degrading that is and stuff. I almost thought that it was I almost thought this was a 13-year-old kid. Well, he cries and stuff. A 51-year-old man, Wes. What is with these older people wanting to just piss me off, West?
I don't know, and you were just doing your own work. Like, hey, that's the worst part. You were just trying to do your own work.
Finishing something I didn't finish and stuff, because if I didn't finish that stuff, then they're gonna be like, well, where's my order and stuff? I never got my order and stuff. And all and stuff. I mean, I could have just went on ahead and did it and stuff and been like, yeah, well, Joe Anthony was the reason behind that. I put his name out there. Oh shit. Whatever. You ain't gonna be able to track him. But he I could just point the finger at him though, and so when to tell them the reason why, because he went and snitched on me about it and stuff. But I had to get my coworker to transfer and stuff, and I had to go help him and stuff. I took like 4 of the things and stuff, and I had to stay away from. Everybody was telling me don't do it and stuff. They knew that I wanted to. They saw me pissed off, so they knew I was. They knew I wanted to beat the fuck out of him that day, West. But so they told me to stay away, just calm down and stuff. When you're feeling better and stuff, then you go confront them and stuff. So it took me like a couple hours. It took me like 2 hours to calm down and stuff. But and stuff. I go back up there and confront him and stuff. I went in front of him, grabbed his fucking his fucking thing and stuff, and I stopped him and stuff. I was like, "Let me tell you something." I said this. Let me tell you something. Let that be the last time you ever do some shit like that. I don't give a shit the way you talk to me like that. So you're not gonna talk to me and try to run me like that and stuff. So I mean it. Don't do that shit again. I mean it. I said with a more bigger turn, bigger thing. I fucking mean it. You don't fucking dictate to me and stuff. And I walked away. I haven't said shit to him ever since that incident. A 51 fucking year old man. I was gonna hurt a 51-year-old man, Wes. I would have gone to jail for murder because I would have had this man in a seizure. Having a seizure. Because you know when somebody's epilepsy and stuff, you can't take a blow. I think if you hit somebody in the head and stuff, they'll fucking have a seizure, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, oh, I'm over here like, yeah, let me stay away from this man and stuff because, like I said, if I did something to that man and stuff, that man I would have went to jail for murder, basically. So I'm not doing that and stuff. So it's just, it's always old. Some reason older folks fucking just does not like my ass. I guess because I have a mind of my own that I'm just not gonna take shit from nobody. That's part of why West. I don't know. I don't fucking know. How many more instances am I gonna have with fucking older people? But anyways, that's that story and stuff. That Chopper was about to had to prevent himself from being a degenerate. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that would have been some degenerate shit I would have done and stuff. Okay, so my groceries will be here and stuff. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We already stated the Ironheart chills are coming out full force. Oh, we already knew this was going to happen from a mile away, West. We already knew that they were going to come out and protect their terrible show, god awful show. Um, so we're definitely gonna be laughing at having some laughs at that. The Fantastic Four released another trailer and stuff, some more detail about the shit that we're about to see in this movie. Or wait, did I say Fantastic Four, West?
I think you meant to say floptastic bore.
No, I think I got a better one. Fantastic for her. Get it?
Yep.
Because it's a Sue Storm movie. I don't know, maybe. But by the looks of all the shit we be reading around, it sounds to be like a Sue Storm movie. So I'm gonna call it until I see. I'm probably gonna go see this movie and stuff with Michelle and everything. So if I'm going to, so if it actually subverts my expectations and stuff, and actually is good, then I'll take back anything I said about it and stuff. But for now, it stays fantastic for her.
And to me, it'll remain the floptastic bore.
Yep. So we'll be looking in that trailer. Oh my god. I should have known Disney was gonna do some shit like this, Wes. Ah. They just can't leave shit alone, can they, Wes? And then we got the Ironheart Shills. We got the Ironheart Shills. We got to talk about Rachel Zegler, Wes. It's gonna be funny talking about this shit. Rachel Zegler and Pedro Pascal. Lots of Pedro Pascal we're gonna talk about, Wes. So you ready to talk about Pedro Pascal?
Yep.
Then we got to talk about the trans TikToker and stuff. I told you we're gonna be covering more of this stuff because we got some new information about this trans TikTok and stuff. And oh boy, karma is coming like a bitch for this thing. Then we get to talk about Mark Hamill, uh, possibly another Hollywood bomb that they have on their hands and stuff. And then we get another trans person coming at the VTubers and stuff, including the one that we recently talked about not too long ago. If you remember the whole Kirsch and Anna Valen, Andrew Valens thing, right?
Yep.
Uh, yeah, you think that was over? No, it's not and stuff, but it's multiple of it's bad. And then so it's gonna be the main topic is gonna be definitely Pedro Pascal because this man just doesn't know when to shut his mouth, man. So you ready to watch the Fantastic Four her trailer?
Yep.
Famous around the world, please welcome the fantastic famous
Let me
around the
see it.
world.
He doesn't. I don't get
It's
this. I don't get it, West.
I don't get it either.
How the fuck did? Oh. By the way, did you hear that he was not the first choice for Reed Richards? That so many actors turned Reed Richards down. I think we
Well,
talked
I'm
about
not
that.
surprised.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. Is that where that these Marvel had to go through multiple people to get to this point where nobody wanted to play Reed Richards. Probably because they knew that they were going to get fucking cucked by Vanessa Kirby, right?
Yep.
And they was like, nah, I'm good. Fuck your movie. Because we had names like Adam Driver. I think I know one of the names was Adam Driver. I can't see Adam Driver being Reed Richards though.
I can't either.
I mean, he would not be a bad choice if you probably fix him up. Let me see. Maybe if I get a look at his face, maybe I. Nah, he looks more like the replacement for John Wick. Wes. If John Wick must be recasted, Adam Driver would be perfect for that. Nah, I can't. I don't know. Maybe if he cut his hair short, Wes,
Yeah, maybe if his hair was shorter.
and he takes. Actually, he does. He can probably get away with it and stuff. You cut his hair shorter. You have him shave. You have him shave his mustache and beard off and stuff. You might can have something to work with right there. So he may not be like 100% like Mr. Fantastic stuff, but he will be good. He'll be good enough. He'll be okay and stuff. I think people will give it a chance and stuff. I can tell you one thing: he'll be a lot better Reed Richards than whatever the hell this shit is. This is not Reed Richards, and he didn't even bother to fucking shave. Reed Richards doesn't even have a fucking mustache, idiot. Actually, I think he does. He might. Let me see.
I mean, he does have a full beard in Marvel Rivals.
Okay, so there is some instances where he does. So it's sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. So it's mixed. But if he does and stuff, he has like a full on goatee, so he be looking like how Chris Evans looked when Captain America fell into depression mode in Avengers Infinity War, right? So I mean, look, I don't know why we didn't bring this guy back. Oh wait, why we didn't bring this guy back?
For real.
They had a Reed Richards right there for them.
A perfect casting, I might add.
Oh my god, it's just a shame and stuff. He works with that. Look at that full goatee and stuff. He's pulling off Reed Richards pretty good. I don't, but he might have been one of the choices and stuff. He probably said fuck no because he probably knew that Reed Richards was gonna get cut again.
Yeah, because we remember the last time we saw him, he got turned into spaghetti by Wanda because she got too pissy mad butthurt about her kids that didn't exist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He already had a one humiliation moment and stuff, and he's about to get fully cucked by what he doesn't. Well, the fact is, the good thing about it is he doesn't die this time, but he's gonna get fully cut. That's the thing. So I think John Krasinski knew the writing was all like, nah, man, you ain't putting me in this one. I'm not about to die in one movie and something, come back in this movie as another multiverse Reed Richards and stuff, and then get fucking cut. I want to be. He probably was like, I want to be the Reed Richards that's actually smart, intelligent, and leads the Fantastic Four. And Marvel was like, yeah, we're good.
Please welcome.
What the fuck?
Please welcome.
That's Johnny?
Yeah, that is Johnny.
Oh my god. Is he even that? I don't even think that's his hair color either.
Oh no, he's blonde. He just doesn't have a stupid ass haircut like that.
Oh.
He's got something cool. Something stylish. Something that Johnny Storm would actually have.
Chris Evans was a perfect cast for Johnny Storm. I like Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. He did much better with Johnny Storm. I ain't gonna lie. Before he became Captain America and stuff. Chris Evans would love to play Fantastic Four role in the MCU. I don't know why y'all didn't bring him back as Johnny Storm if he wanted to. But Chris Evans was so young back then.
Yep.
Look how he was just young. But yeah, he had a better charisma than this. But that's our new. This Johnny Storm looks like a fucking bitch. Like no confidence at all.
Yep, and we already know how he acts. Because he's not going to be no ladies' man, apparently.
All the ladies tried to go for this man. He ain't gonna accept it. Oh my god. Get the fuck out.
The Fantastic Four.
Let's see. Let's look at Big Grim. The Thing. That's just about the only thing that looks okay.
Yeah, but even then, the design could be a lot better.
Yeah.
He could be bulkier.
Huh?
Like, he could be way bulkier than that.
Yeah. He looks like he got slimmed down. What the? Why did you mess with The Rock?
For God's sakes, Marvel, now you get cheap on the CGI?
He can't even be built no. And he doesn't even take it. And I bet you 90% of this movie he doesn't take his shirt off, so he can show his rocktacular body.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta go get my groceries.
All right, you go do that.
Yeah, and then we'll watch the full trailer. Then we'll give our full analysis on. All right, here we are. I'm back, Wes.
Welcome back.
All right, let's get this party started and watch this trailer so then we could go back and analyze it.
The Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Invisible Woman. Human Torch.
I love you, Johnny!
And The Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
I will admit, I do like that they got him in that.
It's covering time.
one of
That's
his
just in the
retro outfits in the
cartoon.
comic book.
Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald.
What the fuck is that? What?
Galactus.
We'll talk about that.
Are we safe?
I don't know. The clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
You don't want to just crush him.
I like that. The four of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
No, you won't.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together. As a family.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, John.
What is that?
I don't want.
Jesus Christ.
We gotta finish. I gotta finish. We gotta finish this before. Oh my god.
Say it!
Did you see what I see?
Yes.
Okay, we already discussed that the casting was not a good. Most of this casting sucked ass. The only thing the only casting was good was Vanessa Kirby and whoever's doing Ben Grimm, but Ben Grimm's voice still sucks. They can't give him that badass voice. That badass voice. That deep voice that scares people, right? Like how the Hulk had a voice that was scary. Like we're not allowed to let the thing be a man, be scary no more. Is that what you're doing now, Marvel? Because he sounds like shit here. Why would you do this to the thing? You know, Ben Grimm. That was I liked Ben Grimm and stuff. The thing and stuff. So, even the Fantastic Four 2005 movie did Ben Grimm better than whatever this shit's going to do to him, right?
Yep.
Even better yet, even the bonus and stuff, they even gave Ben Grimm a girlfriend in the Fantastic Four 2005. I think Ben Grimm had a girlfriend, West. But him, he just looks like he looks like a cuck too. Every single one of these men look like cucks. This is the reason why I said this is going to be fantastic for her. Because these three are not so fantastic. The Thing can't even be the Thing. I bet you 90% of this movie, he doesn't take that shirt off, Wes. Or doesn't rip out of that shirt and stuff and it says it's carburing time, right?
Yeah, and that's another thing. You have Johnny teasing him about it the entire time, and he's like, "No, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it."
He doesn't want to say his own line and stuff. What the hell is that shit? Who decided to put that in a script or in a Marvel script? And this is what this man says. He always says it's carburing time. That's his motto. That's what makes the thing so great. It's carburing time. Even in Marvel Rivals, he says it with no problem.
Yeah, his ultimate is go. He says it, and my God, that actor delivers.
Oh, I love it. It's carburing time. I loved it and stuff. I had fun using the thing in Marvel Rivals and stuff. I had fun using the thing. The thing is a fun character to play as. He's fucking strong and he's fucking insane. Now that's the thing. I don't know what the hell the thing is in this movie and stuff, but Marvel Studios doesn't know how to write fucking scripts no more, Wes.
Yeah, it's a damn shame.
So I don't even think we're gonna be hearing it's carburing time. Oh wait.
No, we're gonna hear it, but it's gonna be like the last 5 minutes of the movie.
He only says it one time and that's it. We're probably gonna see just one scene of him being shirtless because we can't have a man showing off that man showing off his nipples, right? We can't have that.
Yeah, God forbid.
He's a fucking rock. What nipples does he have? Rocks don't have nipples. This is hurting my brain. I will admit I do kind of like these costumes I'm planning to get get me this costume and stuff, but it's just like I just want to question it now. Should I even get it? Because I do want to cosplay as the Fantastic Four, right? Because if anything is what made me like the Fantastic Four was they always had some awesome costumes, right?
Yep.
Like their shit was just besides the black Spider-Man costume and stuff. It was I like the Fantastic Four's costumes because they have some neat costumes and stuff. Like I always wanted. I was like, one of these days I'm gonna get a costume and stuff so I can dress up for them and stuff. But this costume over here is gonna represent the Fantastic for her. It's not gonna represent what the Fantastic Four stands for. I will admit, there's another thing I will give a plus about this. They meant to bring Ben Grimm in his one of his retro things that he had in the comics, and being in this thing like
Hey, what?
I will admit, I like to see him in that and stuff. So I'm not complaining about that. At least they kept that accurate and stuff, so that's good. And so, we got to talk about something else, Wes. What the fuck is this voice that I'm hearing?
I herald his beginning. I herald your end.
That's supposed to be this female Silver Surfer's voice.
Well, you know what I gotta say to that?
What?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
A Silver Surfer is not supposed to sound like that. Do you remember that Rise of Silver Surfer movie of Norrin Radd sounding like that? Sounded like some type of pathetic robot?
Nope.
No, you know what? Let me pull up a scene of when they had the real Silver Surfer, the one that everybody wanted to see, right? And we're gonna see how better that it sounds and stuff over this shit. This is so good. Let's see. Norrin Radd, I'm gonna miss you, man. Look how beautiful he looks, man. No homo. Just look how good he looks. This is 2007 West. This is 2007. He looks so much better than whatever that other mess we got, West.
Yep.
You've been busy, my friend. Your talents are impressive. Can you understand?
Look, even Dr. Doom is saying how he's impressive, right? We ain't gonna be hearing Dr. Doom say that to that female Silver Surfer. I'll tell you that for sure.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Together,
Is he talking this one?
we could be unstoppable. Anything would be ours for the taking.
All that you know is at an end.
You hear that? Look how queer he sounded. That's what a Silver Surfer sounds like. You mean to tell me you couldn't do that for a woman, a female Silver Surfer, West?
I guess not.
He has like a deep voice, a deep voice. So you couldn't do like some type of imitating voice for a woman, like some type of like, like how the Evil Queen or something like that.
What do you mean by that? Wait! I said wait!
I'm gonna miss that Silver Surfer for sure.
Famous
He sounds
around
so intimidating and stuff. And first of all, I need to get a good look at this female Silver Surfer because oh my god, I'm gonna roast the fuck out of it.
Good lord.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck?
This looks terrible.
I can
Like,
see why Julia Huh?
Like, I'm sorry, Julia Gardner, that they did this to you.
This is humiliating for Julia Gardner. Why did they do this to her? What's wrong with her mouth? She looks like a fucking baby on drugs. Her mouth looked like she had a stroke. I don't know what's going on with that hair and stuff. That hair, man. What the fuck is that hair, Wes? See, here's the problem. If you would have went with Nova and stuff, we wouldn't be discussing this shit, Wes. There's a hero called Nova, so like Marvel, you too damn lazy to put in Nova in the movie. You know Nova was a popular character in the comics, right? When she got heralded, you couldn't put that in the movie. You couldn't let Julia Gardner be Nova and stuff. Instead, you want to give her some watered down version stuff. She's over here scratching her head like Silver Surfer's a man. Why the fuck you want me to play a gender swapped version of him? Look at her eyes too. What the fuck's going on with her eyes?
And I don't remember Silver Surfer ever having eyes like that.
Do we need to go back and see the Norrin Rad version again? Because I think look at the eye. Oh, we can look at it right here, Wes. Look at the eyes. Look at his eyes. This is 2000. Once again, 2007 is saying, "Wow, y'all really fucked up." And so I thought we were progressing, not regressing. Norrin Rad is probably laughing back at us like. Norrin Rad's probably sitting there watching this, just like, nah, that's funny. They made my girlfriend look ugly. Wow, Julia Gardner, I'm so sorry. I'm just not gonna let this. I am so sorry that they did. We are so sorry that they did this to you. She does not deserve this. Oh my god, what they do to Ruth? Now Galactus looks like he looks all right. All right, I will say Galactus looks all right, right?
Yep.
So I like that and stuff, but just that's sad. They didn't even. This looks terrible. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight about this ugly ass thing right here. I don't think we're gonna ever look at Julia Gardner the same after this movie, Wes.
Yep.
Damn it, Marvel once again then ruined somebody else for well We're not blaming her for it. She was even confused as to why she was in this role. Jesus Christ! Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started on this thing that they did. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is the thing? He has a beard, West.
You know, last I checked, the thing doesn't have a beard until thousands of years into the future.
So let me get this straight. So we're going into we're going. I thought this was gonna be in the '60s. This movie's gonna be in the '60s and stuff. They don't go into the future until the end of the movie. They don't go into the future until the end of the movie and stuff. Why does he have the beard here? And if anything, is this beard looks like shit on him. This makes him look even worse. Oh my god! They somehow managed to fuck up the thing. My god, Ben, I hate what they did to Ben Grimm. I really do. Look at him. He looks like a fucking rock Santa Claus. They gave him a fucking beard and stuff. He's not supposed to get one until like thousands of years and stuff. Good job, Marvel. You know what the fuck you're
What
doing
time is it, Ben?
Oh, by the way.
No, Johnny.
Y'all also fucked him up with that. His famous, he can't say it's carbureting time no more. There's some type of that's illegal in Disney now. That characters can't say their famous lines no more. I guess that is illegal in Disney nowadays, West.
Yep, I guess so.
How many characters have been fucking butchered because they can't say their famous lines?
Yeah. Or they get butchered in other ways.
By getting cut and stuff, which is going to be 3 of the Fantastic Four members in this movie and stuff. You know, at least for Thor: Love and Thunder and stuff, it was the guy himself that got fucking cut, right?
Yep.
So I guess that threw my thing and stuff. Doctor Strange got cut in his own movie too, Wes. Okay, Marvel, you done did everything that you. Wow. I can't even try to defend your other shitty movies. It's just this cinematic universe is just gone. I don't think this is doing well at the box office, West.
Nope.
They need a lot of money for this to do well and stuff. I think this gets out with 500 or 600 million, West. What's your estimate?
Maybe 500 million.
Damn, you put it low.
I already know this thing's gonna be a flop. They're not gonna make their money back.
Unless this movie's fucking good.
Which I doubt.
Huh?
Which I doubt.
I doubt too. After what you did to the thing, and then what you did to Julia Gardner, we can't forgive that. If anybody I feel bad for in this movie, it's Julia Gardner, because this right here was not deserved. I didn't say she didn't deserve to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I think she deserved to have a better character. She deserved to be Nova. Like Marvel just hates money now and stuff. I guess when it comes to characters that actually won the comics money and stuff, I guess that's just not in Disney's eye, West. because they want to create some narrative that we hate females being females like this and stuff like that. No, we don't. The fact is, if you would have gave her Nova and stuff, we would have been all down for it because at least that's original from the 2007. It wouldn't have to be no Silver Surfer or anybody. You could have gave that shit to Nova and stuff and been like, okay, so Galactus going to herald in Nova. They have to worry about Nova. And Julia Gartner is going to be Nova. I do have some feeling in the back of my mind that this is someone they're going to mix this with Nova, West. She
Dear
reveals
God,
herself.
I hope they don't fucking do that.
Please do not do that. So they can try to say that's not the female Super Surfer, that's Nova. Y'all do that shit and stuff, I'm gonna fucking roast the hell out of y'all. You already made your bed, Marvel. Now you gotta lie in it.
Yeah.
So this movie, I'm keeping my expectations low because you fucked this movie over with Pedro Pascal was the first red flag, but doing this to Julia Gartner, and then this beard, like what the fuck is this beard, man? His beard doesn't come for another 1,000 years. I just can't wait till they try to explain themselves out of this one, Wes. Oh, by the way, I might add before we move on, this is strike two now of them not making, not doing a dent in the box office. This is strike two. Captain America: Brave New World failed. Thunderbolts failed. Basically, if this fails too, that's strike three. They're out. West.
Yeah, if we are not going to trust another Marvel product for, again, at least in the MCU anyway.
Yeah. That means nobody's going to have no... And I don't think Ironheart is helping their case. You should never... First of all, why the fuck you release Ironheart when you need this movie? By the time Ironheart is said and done, this movie's going to be out. Oh my god. I swear to god, this movie, if Ironheart messes it up for Fantastic Four, Marvel's screwed. Yeah. So yeah. Remember this for eternity? What they did to fucking Julia Gartner. Also, I would like to make a theory. Are we going to see the fucking Palestine's protest against her since she's Israeli too, Wes?
Probably.
I can't. I wonder. They did it to Sabra. Well, guess what, Wes?
Disney! Why? Oh my god, the first movie was already shit. Like, but you decide now you want to have another Lilo and Stitch movie? Are you fucking kidding me?
Another Lilo and Stitch movie and stuff. I thought you said you were gonna stop doing these movies. After what happened with Snow, it seemed like Snow White didn't teach them anything, Wes. Oh, that's why.
What the?
Oh, that's why. You saw that this thing was making money, and so, well, we know why you did it. So, because you baited everyone and stuff. You baited everyone into thinking that this is going to be a good movie and stuff, and you stitched for your promo, and it worked. And so, but you think it's going to, after we found out what you did in that movie and stuff, you think it's going to work for a sec. So they're going to take their risk after the second one, West. Watch the second one not even do well, so because you know what you forgot? You forgot Captain Gentoo. This ain't gonna work, Wes.
It ain't gonna work.
It was a bait and switch movie. Great. They really think that they really think that just because they made this money by baiting people, that's what you did. You baited people. By doing this. Oh my god. Is this a fucking trailer?
It's a teaser.
Oh. Look, they're using Stitch again. There they go with the bait and switch.
Get ready! Here we go! Stitch wand! Stitch wand!
They didn't take no time to do that shit, Wes.
Yeah.
They were quit. And the fact that they didn't wait like a year or two before they said this was in development. They saw that 945 million. It's like, oh, we gotta do it. Yeah. What the fuck? They didn't ruin everything else and stuff, so now they're gonna do it to Lilo and Stitch, Wes.
Unfortunate.
Look, next thing I'm expecting is they're gonna make Mickey Mouse live action.
You already know they will.
Yeah, eventually Mickey Mouse is gonna get live action, so they're gonna fuck him too. They're gonna fuck their own main brand. The mouse that's got them in the picture, even got them to where they are in the first place, will eventually get ruined. This is sad. All right, Wes. It's time to talk about the Ironheart Shills, man.
Oh boy!
Woo! You ready for the Ironheart Shills, Wes?
Oh yeah, I am so ready.
Woo! It gets better, man. And so this is a post that Kaida had posted, and it's just about as laughable as he expected. Wes, look at this: bad mouthing black women on a video about a superhero. Whack. No, actually, I just love how y'all keep saying this, that we just hate black women. Like, what the hell? I guess we hate Pam Grier, Wes.
I guess so.
Foxy Brown. I guess we hate Pam Grier or something, or damn. Damn. But I like his quote right here. So I like his quote. Nah, using Riri's skin color as a shield from criticism doesn't work over here. Show is trash, and everyone knows it. She could be purple, and this show would still be bad. Yes, and that is true. That's all you shields are doing is just using her skin color as a shield and stuff, and think that's still gonna work. It's not gonna work, brother. It's not gonna work over. It's not gonna work over here, player. That shit don't mean shit no more and stuff. Especially you said that to another black man. It's just laughable. Because Kaida is black, and the fact is that you had to try to say that he's bad mouthing black women. Like, I hate when these bitches think that they're so entitled and stuff that we can't. This is why I don't get with black women. That's why. because y'all specifically think y'all so fucking entitled. That us black men supposed to owe you everything we get with anybody else that's not our race or anything and stuff. Then it's a problem and stuff. That we just we it's a problem and stuff. It's sexist or something like that. Like you guys amazes me and stuff. This is why I always say that they don't make black women like they used to, because they say stupid shit like this. Wes, I bet you that was a black woman that said that shit too. Wes.
Probably.
Now I'm not saying that all black women are bad. I just say that a lot of them are messy as hell. And so, but it gets better from there, Wes. We got some TikTokers that are going to review Ironheart, and so they're going to tell us their opinions about this wonderful show, Wes. This quote unquote wonderful show, right? Look at these people. Just take a look at these people. Look at this guy. He doesn't even look like he watches Ironheart, Wes. He doesn't even look like he watched the fucking Marvel product, right?
Yep.
He doesn't look like he watches a Marvel product either. And this girl, damn sure doesn't look like she watches a Marvel product. So why y'all coming out of the woodworks to try to be like, oh, y'all guys are just racist if you don't like Riri Williams and stuff? Did you forget that we had a black Iron Man already? Did they seem to forget that nobody had a problem with, that Marvel just looked past? I don't know. I'm starting to forget. What's his name? James Rhodey?
Yeah. James Rhodey, I believe he was a high rank in the Air Force.
High rank in the Air Force, Tony's best friend, you know, and to be a fine hair to continue Tony's legacy. That man was supposed to get everything and stuff. If something was to happen to Tony, it would go to that man. That right there is definitely black power at its finest, isn't it, Wes?
Yeah. But no, they decided to completely screw Rhodey.
Oh, turn him into a fucking scroll. We can't forget that. That was a scroll Rhodey throughout fucking Endgame and all that shit. Remember all those events when he was at the funeral? That's the scroll Rhodey.
Yep.
Wes. Rhodey was locked away in space all those years, Wes. Now that's racism at its finest right there, if you ask me. By Marvel. Because Marvel decided to do that shit. Not us. But y'all want to get mad at us for calling this show out and stuff because Ironheart sucks ass and stuff, but we like it. So y'all want to get mad at us. Get mad at Marvel for making it stereotypical racism. That's what this is. Y'all guys fail to understand that this is racism and stuff. Where was y'all when Sinners came out? You want to talk about that, Wes?
Yeah.
Where was that at when Sinners came out? I didn't hear no complaining about Sinners, right?
Nope.
I finally saw that movie and stuff, and boy, that was some it was crazy. This fucking movie was crazy. Yeah, let's talk about Sinners. Oh, well, it made its money back and stuff. It was probably a small budget and everything. But Sinners, well received movie, and people like it. So Ironheart, Shills, where are you when this movie when this shit came out? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found and stuff because y'all guys don't care unless it's either a gay black woman, right? Or it's somebody in LGBT or something like that, or it's just a black woman and stuff, and they have bad writing and stuff. But they don't talk about when we love shit like this, right? Yeah, you want to talk about that then?
So
yeah,
I recently just caught up on
some of these shills that I picked
Yep.
out and see what they say about this wonderful TV show. Oh, Ironheart is so stunning and brave, and a villain.
the first 3 episodes of Ironheart, and bro, the MCU has cooked.
That was fucking cringe. Who the fuck is this nigga?
Once again, they're on a run right now. I wasn't the biggest fan of her character in Wakanda Forever, but after learning more of her
you don't even like the character of Wakanda Forever. You heard that from him, folks. Wesley, you won't hear him say it again?
The biggest fan of her character cooked once again. They're on a run right now. I wasn't the biggest fan of her character in Wakanda Forever, but after...
Oh, shit. I did not mean to turn it off.
So I recently
that would have been something I would have done if I didn't have to do this, right?
After learning more of her backstory...
Now it says you want to care, but you didn't care shit for her character in Wakanda Forever. What the... you don't even make any sense. Wes, does that even make any sense? Now you want to support her character. If you were a true Marvel fan and so, or a true Ironheart fan, I should say, for instance, though, you would have supported that character in Wakanda Forever too. That's how you get these people all the time, Wes. That's how you get them. They always fucking say the loud part out loud and stuff. They don't even try to hide it. Nigga, you just said you didn't like her at first. Now you want to like her because she gets her own TV show.
This fucking buffoon.
You just gave yourself away, idiot.
Story and her motivation. I'm on the Riri Williams train now. Dominique Thorne does a...
Yeah. After the fact is, I just said that I didn't like her in Wakanda Forever and stuff. What a fucking fake ass fan this is, Wes. I hate fakes, Wes.
Yeah.
Ain't legit and stuff. I can see people right now just calling me fake too and stuff because I hated Captain America: Brave New World and stuff. You know what I had to say to that? I know you probably saying that I'm fake for not liking Captain America: Brave New World and stuff. Fuck you. Because first of all and stuff, that ain't Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers is the only person that's Captain America in my eyes and stuff. There is no Sam Wilson as Captain America and stuff. So that movie right there, in my books, ain't canon to me. So is that TV show Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Ain't canon to me either. Oh, what? By the way, Marvel didn't make that. Marvel didn't make that canon either, right?
I don't think they did.
There you go. So he ain't Captain America, but he got an Endgame and stuff. I don't give a shit. We are now 6 years away from 2019 now. So I think that shit, that thing is dead.
Great job balancing the humor and the seriousness of this character. And after seeing her in this suit, I never want to see nanotech ever again. It's also fire how she...
He's fine with if you erase Tony Stark's hard work, West.
Yep.
Fuck you, man. You are you're not even a true fan of Iron Man or anything itself. Anything to do with anything of iron. What a fucking faker. I don't want to see anything, and then that's the whole fucking point of an iron suit. Iron suit. You dumb nigga. Oh my god, this guy is so fucking retarded. He doesn't realize the importance of nanotech, West.
It's literally an evolution of Tony's suits.
That's how the fucking thing works in the first place. Oh my god, man. This is a fucking disgrace to Tony Stark.
Made her best friend that was killed her AI. I just don't understand how she got all the real ones' memories. Lyric Ross, you're doing an amazing job. Just like I expected, the hood is.
Oh yeah, I need to go jerk off to Lyric Ross. Oh yeah, yes. Oh, I can see him right now, Wes, while watching that show. Just beating it to that girl. Yes.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Amazing in this show. He appears to be a criminal just trying to get some bread. But as we seen in that third episode, there's something shiesty going on with him. That squabble he had at the greenhouse going invisible, shooting magic bullets, choking people, he was going crazy. Also, I was not expecting him to be who he actually is.
Oh, the one that played as Han Solo in that Solo movie? Yeah, that's such a great appearance and stuff. I don't even care if they're fucking ruining the show for us. At least we know what to expect going into that show, right? Let them talk.
Yep.
I don't even fucking care. You'll just sit and laugh at it. When
Spoiler alert, he's the son of Ironmonger, the villain from Iron Man 1. I don't know too much about his comic counterpart, but I heard he's cracked. But yeah, man, so far, I'm enjoying this.
That's the surprise? The son of Ironmonger? The son of Ironmonger, Wes, is in this show. Somebody Tony Stark killed. That doesn't sound good, Wes.
This show. The haters wanted this to be trash so bad, but they actually cooked. If you're debating watching
Nigga, you are so fucking retarded.
Oh, fucking full of it.
You are so retarded. You don't even know. You the fact that you had to bring up haters and stuff is just laughable. The show is fucking trash. That's just the end of the discussion right there and stuff. This dude here, man. I'm just impressed at the brain cells of this dude and stuff. I don't even think you're a full on anything of a Marvel fan and stuff because you said that you don't want to hear nothing about nanotech no more. Even though that's the whole fucking reason why it exists. But no. I nanotech. Okay, fine then, fine. Tony Stark's dead anyways.
this show, don't listen to any outside opinions. Just watch it and judge it for yourself. If you're tuned in, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And on that,
yeah, we are.
And you know what we say?
Huh?
And you know what we had to say? The show is trash.
The show fucking stinks. Donkey dick. This show makes me want to build an iron suit out of shit. I'm not even fucking making this shit up. So I could build an iron suit using shit. shit and regular irons than to watch this shitty ass show. That's how I feel about it. Fucking iron suits and magic in the same thing. So get the fuck out of here, man. Unoriginal fucking hack. That's what you are. With a chip over your shoulder. Let's see what this asshole has to say.
I just watched the first 3 episodes of Marvel's new show Ironheart, and I got
6 minutes? Oh hell no. No, I'm not about to sit here and hear this guy for
on a
6 minutes.
mixtape. I'll be damned. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know this was an actual storyline in the comics, so when I found that...
Yeah, no. Fuck that, Wes. We're not watching 6 minutes of hearing this dude's shield for Ironheart. You want to sit for 6 minutes?
Nah.
Fuck that. Moving on.
Oh, Tony Stark would have loved you.
That's the first thing I hear. Look at her face. I like it. I like how I got her face. Yeah, that explains everything about his shield, Wes. Look at that big mouth. Look at that big mouth. You don't even fucking sound sincere with your shit. Oh my god, Tony Stark would have loved you. Tony Stark is fucking dead! Stop using his name in vain! God, these people are so retarded, man! Oh, this nigga is what to make me fucking... Oh my god, man. I was about to say something very online. The first thing she says, Wes.
Tony Stark would have Tony Stark would have loved you. Tony Stark would have loved you.
You had to say that for... Oh my god. I'm starting to sound like Carbine now.
Pay for taking that predecessor mantle. If you don't like Ironheart, you might be racist.
There it is.
I'm out of this room.
There it is. If you don't like the character, guess what? You're nothing but a racist.
Hold on, I got me a little friend that helped me keep my sanity and stuff. Oh wait, this is a teddy bear that Michelle gave me. Let's see. Let's talk to Captain Carter. Captain Carter. Yes, I know. I know. It's Captain Carter. Look. How many times are they just gonna continue to use that same old tired excuse? You know, I mean, just look. It's just they're using the tired excuse that you're racist, you don't like Ironheart and stuff. How many times? You don't know? Hey, I don't know either, Captain Carter and stuff. I mean, oh, you want something too? You don't even have a fucking mouth. You can't eat. I wish I could bleach my skin. I really wish I could reach my skin. Wes, I don't know if I can press play right now. This woman's making my eyes bleed right now.
Believe me, the feeling's mutual. I literally have to look away.
My ears are just fucking ringing. I feel like I'm going deaf.
You might be racist as fuck, brother. Let me give the people the benefit of the doubt, right? There are definitely some lackluster performances. But even in the washed down chemistry, there's not a...
How you gonna defend this show and you just said that shit? Lord have mercy. The type of fans that you catered to, Marvel. The type of fans that you paved way to and stuff. Good job, Marvel. Good job. Good fucking job, Marvel. I hope that you absolutely are proud of yourself. You think they're proud of themselves, Wes?
Oh yeah, they're proud of themselves.
Oh yeah, they're so full of it. The type of fans that you just gave way to and stuff. You going to over here call us racist and shit, but then you gonna proceed to criticize, talk about their lackluster performances. So basically, you just confirmed that the show is shit in some way. This fucking girl, man. Oh, I forgot to get the clip. I forgot to get the sound clip of Danny Glover. I'm gonna have to do something right quick. Where is it at?
Nothing can do it better than a good sound beat.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Nothing can do better than a good sound beating. I need to get a sound clip for that so I can put it in there and stuff. Oh my god, that is so perfect. Your mama seriously, lady. Your mama needs to give you a good sound beating. Can we make that legal again, please? So we can just start just beating, letting mamas beat people like this. Start giving good sound beatings to people like this. God.
Single dull moment once Riri Williams gets on screen. This is really her show, and it happens to be in the perspective of a genius young black woman who wants to be able to bring to life whatever she can imagine, and that's so unknowingly.
Yeah, by becoming a criminal.
Way to break the stereotypes.
Yep, yeah, becoming a criminal. Totally not stereotype and stuff.
Tony Stark, simply because they both just have.
Once again, stop use the name Tony Stark in vain. How many times has she said Tony Stark now? Once again, I'm gonna each time you say Tony Stark, I'm gonna start just playing this clip from Danny Glover.
You have to let them know who got the upper hand. Nothing can do it better than a good sound beat.
I'm gonna love that clip, Wes. You gotta find that clip
I'll get it to you later.
Yeah, I gotta have that on from now on, so I can just start saying nothing will do better than a good sound beating.
Not going to be geniuses. I talked about it in the video attached to this. The one thing I needed to see in Ironheart was them bringing back the central piece of the MCU, which was tech genius. All the issues in the MCU really only start just because Tony Stark wanted to see if he could, except for the first original Avengers mission. We were missing the Tinkerbell of the universe, and now she's...
Oh, God.
God! Daddy, I need you to say it again. I'm sorry. I gotta have Daddy.
Much of herself needs to be taken. Sophia thinks too much of to be taken down a peg or two. Sophia thinks too much of better than a good sound beat.
Oh my God, man.
Finally here. Tony Stark's genius revolved in him looking for ways to fix problems. And I've seen some of the negativity on her character for how she's only creating problems and she's not really helping anybody. But
yes, she is! Yes! She is a criminal! She is doing things illegally now and stuff. She got kicked out of MIT and stuff, and now has joined a squad full of criminals. She is officially a criminal now. And I'm pretty sure as more for her being West goes and watch the show, she's gonna be doing things that a criminal would and stuff. And until I say to that, she deserves to have her ass either shot or locked up. Like any other criminal would.
That's where her genius kind of lies. In the situations that she gets herself in. Riri isn't looking for problems so that she can fix. She's looking for problems so that she can build. She's a genius.
And Tony didn't do that?
And Tony didn't do that? You're talking about a guy that was trapped in a cave. Cave and stuff. Had nothing. Man was gonna even die too, might I add. He had to build himself an iron suit just so he could get out of that cave. Get out of that cave and survive. He barely made it out of there alive. That was a problem that he fixed and solved on his own and stuff, on how he was gonna fucking survive that, right? That was one of the problems he had. Another problem was the whole Avengers Civil War is a great example of Tony Stark's problems that he fixed. Tony Stark had a problem with Steve Rogers' thought about how superheroes, should like I think the Superhero Registration Act, right?
Yep.
And the whole thing and stuff, and Captain America felt that they didn't need to do that and stuff. Tony Stark felt that they needed to do that and stuff. So they went through all this violence and stuff until eventually they all came together. Tony Stark and Captain America had to figure out that this ain't worth it, man. They had to fix their problems by just coming together and just be like, hey man, all this fucking fighting is gonna get us killed. This ain't worth it. The good news is that no Avenger died, right? No Avenger died in the Civil War. There was a lot of injuries, right?
Yep.
But no Avenger died and stuff. So they were able to save. So Tony Stark was able to save the Avengers, any Avenger member from dying, by him figuring, him coming together with Captain America and be like, look, man, we can't keep on fighting like this. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Somebody's gonna get killed. We gotta come together and stuff. And then they found out that what their true problem is, Wes. Who was the problem? Deatus Ross. Was the problem and stuff. So they came together and rebelled against his ass. That's Tony Stark solving problems. By working with Captain America to settle the shit. That's how the Avengers saved themselves so they could go fight the Infinity War. That's not genius to you, Wes?
Apparently that's not.
In this dumb girl's mind.
Is going through grief at an early stage of life. She lost.
Fuck her grief. Fuck her grief. Seriously. Fuck her grief. I don't give a damn. It was generic anyways and stuff. She just gets killed by a drive-by. Remember that, West. She going through grief because her stepdad and stepsister gets killed in a drive-by. As opposed to Tony Stark's parents, gets worse than that. Tony Stark faced the same problems, Wes. Tony Stark lost his parents. And then they want to act like Riri's stories were better than Tony Stark and stuff. Fuck you.
Logically cannot process her emotions, and so she builds.
Same with Tony Stark. Tony Stark had to find other ways to cope with the loss of his father.
It's almost the same type of trigger that Tony Stark has in Age of Ultron. The need so badly for these geniuses who want to detach from the emotional thought process so badly that you end up creating something that you don't even understand. So Tony Stark would have asked her 1,000 questions. Been like, how the fuck did you create emotional artificial intelligence? Tony did that.
No, he would not ask that. Because he actually had his own artificial intelligence.
Yeah, he has Jarvis and Friday. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Tony Stark doesn't need to come to... He could create as many AIs he wanted to. He could even create an emotional AI if he wanted to. He just didn't care. He overcome his grief and stuff. That's how he was able to cope with that. Riri is fucking a weak, pathetic bitch and stuff that doesn't know how to cope with shit and stuff. So she had to create an emotional talent. Did you see anywhere in any of the movies that Tony Stark was in him needing an emotional artificial intelligence, West?
No.
That's because Tony was strong mentally. He was strong mentally. That's what makes him a genius. He's not just a genius because he created this the armor suits and all that shit and all that stuff. He's a genius because he thinks mentally. He's fucking intelligent as a whole and stuff. He knows how to get himself out of the situation and stuff. He knows how to come together and not be blinded by rage. Be blinded by rage and stuff. How you think he was able to settle shit with Captain America so that no Avenger would die? Die from a civil war. Because Tony Stark realized how many injuries was there and stuff, and he was like, "Oh shit, I gotta figure a way to stop all this shit and stuff. Maybe I should go have a talk with Captain America and stuff, so we can probably get back together and go focus on Thanos, right?"
Yep.
That once on accident, and it almost resulted in humanity dying. And on top of that, do y'all understand how smart
Riri
that was on accident? Fuck did you create emotional artificial intelligence? Tony did that once on accident, and it almost resulted in humanity dying. And on top of that, do y'all understand?
Oh great! So you're defending the Deatis Ross. I couldn't expect less from a narcissist like this, Wes.
Yep.
Fuck you. Oh wait, lady. I forget to tell you, Deatis Ross is now in jail. You forget that? Deatis Ross almost killed some people because he decided to become a Red Hulk. In your terrible Captain America Brave New World movie. He turned himself in and stuff. So I don't think Deatis Ross will be even on board with this anymore.
And how smart Riri Williams is, and her casual displays of it has me so fucking locked in. I say this all the time with the new gen young like Avengers, but the MCU needed you. Like you can carry the MCU.
No, she can't. If she carries the MCU West, it's over. It's over.
Yep.
You ain't having no Marvel fans show up and stuff. But Marvel keep catering to weirdos like this and stuff. This is what you cater to. Now you're stuck with them. We're just gonna walk away, and if James Gunn proves well with the DC, I guess DC's gonna be getting the Marvel fans, isn't it? Aren't they?
Yep.
Oh well, not my problem. But I'll continue to laugh at this to see how badly it could go.
And she's like, me? Like, what? She had the panic attack in episode 3. I was like, oh, I get it, girl. I get it, girl. But at the same time, you keep doing stupid shit.
I need to hear that clip one more time, Wes.
Better than a good sound beat.
Thank you. I swear, she's a fucking retard, Wes.
Yep. It feels like it.
She hurt my brain so much. So she was even insufferable. Oh my god. But that's not all, Wes. That's not all the Ironheart fans want to say and stuff. Because guess what, Wes? We are MAGA. We're part of the MAGA cult now. We support Orange Man because we hate Ironheart. We are now Orange Man supporters, Wes. Who would have seen that coming, Wes, of us being accused of being Orange Man supporters, Wes?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't like. I'm just impressed. I'm impressed that we resorted to this and stuff. This ain't 2016 no more. Like when you guys get it in your fucking dumbass goals that this ain't 2016 no more. This is 2025. Everybody is fucking tired of this shit. Of you constantly calling us racist because we didn't like a show, calling us sexist because we didn't like a show, because the show was badly written characters and shit. And then you want to call us supporting the Orange Man and stuff for some odd reason stuff because we didn't, because we like Tony Stark, but we didn't like Riri Williams, right?
Yep.
It's just so old and stuff. I'm not even gonna fucking read this shit because it's just a waste of time. There's gonna be just nothing, just us being called Orange Man supporters. So yeah, what a fucking. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna be the last time we talk about Ironheart Shields and stuff. Hey, what y'all need to do next? Make a GoFundMe page, Wes. I want to see that. You want to see that?
Yep.
Redo the Ironheart show? Come on, do it. I want y'all to. If I swear to God, Wes, if they actually do that shit, I'm gonna fucking laugh my ass off. Alright, Wes. You remember this name.
Oh, God.
I had to take a little breath of fresh air right quick after having to hear that brain dead shit. But you remember good old Rachel Zegler, right?
Oh, yeah. Who could ever forget?
Well, turns out this girl's been fucked up on drugs. Wow, Rachel. You could not handle the backlash. Instead of just annoying and just go on about your life, you had to fuck yourself up with anxiety meds. Really? So you basically turned yourself into, so basically you becoming a junkie now? Rachel, you think that's funny? Why would you do this? Because of some backlash. Who uses anxiety meds for some backlash? On over a fucking movie, Wes. Let's read this, right? Wes. This is funny. She fucking used drugs. Well, I don't know. I guess that could be considered using drugs,
It's pretty much using drugs.
or close to it. Rachel Zegler has revealed that the therapy and anxiety medication helped her overcome the monumental backlash she received while starring in Disney's live-action Snow White remake. The 24-year-old actress opened up about a controversy how she moved past it in an interview with ID magazine posted on Monday, June 23rd. My fucking psychiatrist has seen me through all of it, Zegler explained. Note, noting that her medical doctor constantly reminded her what you're doing, what you're going through isn't normal. Great, so I know what the real problem is, West. Now we got fucking narcissist doctors in the office, West. Oh my god. Whoever is in, whatever doctor that psychiatrist company is, they need to fire her immediately. How the fuck? What you're going through isn't normal? Millions of people go through that same shit. What is she talking about? That sentence did such wonders for me in multiple situations of my life. The Y2K actress also revealed that she started taking anxiety medication. Oh, she was fucking probably just dosing herself with that shit. I'm surprised she didn't even accidentally overdose. Wes, why would you need that for? Okay, Rachel, can you just ignore it? Just ignore the. Why the fuck are you fuck? Bro, everybody gets backlash. All actors get backlash. That's the whole part of your career. Regardless of what you do, you're going to get backlash regardless. That's how it works in the entertainment industry and stuff. You're going to always have a hater. Everybody has haters. I have haters. Wes has haters. It doesn't matter, right?
Yep.
But you don't need to take no anxiety medication over that. You just sip it in. Yeah. I want to totally take some drugs and stuff because I just can't handle the backlash, Wes. I can't handle it. So I'm gonna take
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing drugs too.
Yeah.
Just because my anxiety's through the roof.
Yeah. You know, reading these stupid ass actors and stuff, and all the stupid shit Marvel's doing and stuff, and watching all these terrible TV shows makes you want to do some drugs. So, Rachel, how about this? How about you take into consideration of the type of people that you that had to watch this trash, like these YouTubers, all those YouTubers. We have to wash your trash and stuff. That should be making me want to do some drugs. Luckily, I resist that because I'm strong. I'm strong. I don't get into that type of thinking where I just want to give up and actually do it. But like I said, there's been some times where I had some considerations stuff that I would rather be doing drugs than to watch a movie and stuff. So how about you think about that? What you doing to the customer base? I wonder how many people had to do drugs after seeing your shit. More than she could probably count, West.
Yeah.
Sailor said the decision was truly a game changer because I just wasn't functioning and stuff. And that's a skill issue on your part. I'm sorry that you can't put your phone down for 5 seconds and stuff and just ignore the backlash. There's this thing called putting your phone off, putting the notifications on mute. Go outside, get some fresh air. You got the money. You got the money to do whatever you want to do. Go have some fun. Go get with friends if you have any friends. I wouldn't be surprised she doesn't have no friends, Wes. Because
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because she thinks she was so entitled and stuff. So those friends she done probably ran those friends away. That's sad. That's sad, man. You over here worried about some backlash and stuff, and you just could just put it on mute. Like, look at Scarlett Johansson. So she doesn't even have a fucking social media. You think she's worried about some backlash? I wanted to function in a way that made me feel confident in the way I was moving through the world and stuff. Oh yeah, she thought she was entitled, Wes. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
She thinks the world revolved around her. Well, you found out, didn't you, very quickly that it didn't revolve around you and stuff. So you didn't know how to cope with it and stuff. So what happens? Well, when things get very hard and stuff, times get hard and shit, you resorted to drugs. Sad, Rachel. That's sad. That's a coward's move. No offense and stuff. Well, I can see her say, well, you can say that about Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, and Prince. No, that's a different story for them. They got way too famous and stuff. When you get way too famous and stuff, what the fuck you gonna do, right? With all that money, right? They got way too famous and stuff. They love their fans and stuff, but they didn't care for themselves at the end. They wasn't taking care of themselves. They let themselves get over famous. That was what Michael Jackson, Prince, and Whitney Houston's problem was, that they let themselves get very too famous. Like at some point, that shit has to stop because you realize your mental state isn't functioning properly and stuff. So they needed something to cope with that and stuff, and they couldn't handle being that very famous like that. Because once you step in that famous territory, you ain't turning back, Wes. I think a victim mindset is a choice, and I don't choose it. She explained. I also don't choose the nastiness in the face of it. I don't choose negativity in the face of it. Well, if you didn't run your big fat mouth and stuff, you wouldn't have this problem, right, Wes?
Yep.
Your mouth is what got you into trouble and stuff, and now you sitting over here wondering why everything's falling apart and why I have to resort to drugs. Rachel, you're just starting out and stuff. What you need to focus on is getting your foot in the door. You couldn't even get your foot in the door. Now you have to walk away because you wouldn't stop running your mouth. You wouldn't start running your mouth. You just need to shut up, do the press tours, just promote the movie to the best you can and stuff, and move on. That's it. There's plenty of other roles you can do that can redeem your case because you had a shitty movie. So who cares about that one shitty movie? Every actor's probably been in a shitty movie, right?
Yep.
What can you do and stuff? I mean, the fault would go on the writers who wrote that movie and stuff. That's it. It won't go on the actors for trying. I chose positivity and light and happiness. And I do believe at times happiness is the absolutely choice. And every day I wake up and I think I'm lucky to live the life I live. So by taking drugs and stuff is the way you want to live. Good luck with that, because you're about to find out real quickly what happens when you do too much. Why don't you ask Jimi Hendrix? I think he overdosed, right?
Yep, I believe so.
Yeah, why don't you ask Jimi Hendrix when you see him when you're fucked up on drugs? Jesus Christ. So let's see. Is there anything else we can add? All right, so yeah, that's basically it and stuff. So yeah, Rachel Zegler is over here doing drugs now, thinking that it's okay to take some meds and stuff. Nice, good job, Rachel. That's very smart of you. So once again, she gets herself back in the headlines and stuff because now she thinks drugs is okay. West. Guess who we had to talk about, West?
Pedro Pascal.
Yep, the one that's gonna be. Oh, what the hell is this picture? What the fuck is this shit, man? This is our masculinity, isn't it, Wes?
Yeah, I guess so.
That is bullshit. Everyone wants a piece of Pedro Pascal. No, we don't.
Who's we?
Who's we? Y'all motherfuckers in Hollywood wants this guy, and so ain't nobody outside of Hollywood wants this guy. Jesus Christ. It's just wow. All right. Jesus Christ. The Fantastic Four, The Last of Us, and Materialist, Alien, The Mandalorian, the actors' emotional depth on screen and exuberance everywhere else has skyrocketed him to the top of every director's wish list and made him a sex symbol in middle age. A funny, sad, and honest talk with the star unlike any other. A sex? Who is looking at this dude as a sex symbol? West.
I I don't know.
Jesus Christ. I don't even think I want to read through this shit.
I don't either.
Look! What the hell is this? Oh, what the fuck?
Chopper, please, for the love of God, stop scrolling. Holy fuck.
Oh my god. That's embarrassing, Wes. We're supposed to believe that that's masculinity right there. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Send some help immediately. But I like this article right there. It says Hollywood director Crane's Pedro Pascal is what we want in masculinity. How did we get here? That's what I want to know. How did we get to that? This is masculinity to you? Look at this dude. I've never seen somebody this below masculine. This is masculinity. Jesus Christ. Filmmaker Spike Jones recently declared that Pedro Pascal is what we want in masculinity. Who lied to this guy? Who the fuck lied to this guy? This statement isn't just a compliment from a director to an actor. It's a declaration of Hollywood's new agenda. Yeah, to erase masculinity, basically. If they call this masculinity and stuff, I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
See, there's a difference between that and people like James Brown, The Temptations, John Wayne, Chuck Norris, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis. Now, those were men, right?
Yep.
Now, those knew that they were men and stuff. They knew that men, but 90% of the time, Pedro Pascal doesn't even know what he is and stuff. He doesn't even know if he has a dick or not. If he does, I guess we couldn't probably tell so because it's probably microscopic. I should have another clip of Triple H saying that you like cock.
You like cock.
Wait, no, it was you hate cock. I like, and then Vince McMahon is Pedro Pascal. I like.
She's just like, I love cock.
Oh shit. Man, Pedro Pascal would not survive WWE 2006.
Nope.
He would not. Triple H would have trolled his ass 6 ways to Sunday if he came looking like that. Oh man. But yeah, the street monologues about personal trauma. Pedro Pascal didn't just happen to become famous, he was chosen, propped up, and marketed, and now he's the face of cultural overhaul. No, he is not. Look, my girlfriend does. Like, I don't know what you think about Pedro Pascal stuff. She doesn't even fucking care for him. What does that tell you? Even the women don't want this man. And when we read about what this man likes to do and stuff, I'm pretty sure we're gonna convince a lot more women that we don't want this man, right? Jonesy praises come at a time when Pascal's image has become inseparable from his fashion statements. Wow, you have some terrible taste in fashion.
Yep.
Because the shit he be wearing is just borderline cringe. Whatever it's St. Lawrence dye high boots on the red carpet, or a lipstick red Valentino suit at the Met Gala, or a pantsless Prada spread in Vanity Fair. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, Wes Wes almost had a seizure looking at that. The message is clear. Masculinity isn't about strength in Hollywood; it's about style.
No.
No, men would never be caught dead wearing shit he wears. I would never be caught wearing. What the fuck? It's about presentation over protection and flamboyance over fortitude. This isn't a national evolution. It's a deliberate manufactured shift designed to rewild cultural expectations. And Pedro Pascal is the delivery system. Yeah, because he bends over and likes to get fucked up the ass a lot by dicks. Like, you tell this man to get on his knees and stuff. I'm about to give it to you and stuff. Oh, he will. Oh, he will. Pascal is not portrayed as a strong man. He's solid as a fragile one. He's sold as a fragile one. The media swoons over how he cries easily and how he laughs easily. This man cries like, damn, he's really starting to remind me of my coworker now, West.
Yep.
And he's the same age as this guy is. What do you know? Wow, man. 50-year-old man. These are 50 fucking year old men. Oh my god. What is with this trend of 50-year-old people acting like fucking babies, man? His insides are on his outsides. This is now considered aspirational. His masculinity is not something you can rely on, but something you're meant to comfort. Hell no. Look at this shit. This is masculinity, Wes. Look, I like that picture right there.
Yeah, I just know he's imagining that as a big old thick penis.
Yeah, he wants to suck it so good, don't you, Pedro? Do you even have a fucking wife?
If he does, she probably pegs him.
Puts a strap on and fucking pats the shit out of this dude.
Either that or she tucks him.
Yep. Fucking other dudes right in front of him. Let's see. Yeah, he doesn't even have a wife. But I can tell you one thing, but he does have, West. Oh. Never mind. Okay, I was gonna make a statement because I heard something about this dude and stuff, but never mind. Affection as identity. Pascal's image is drenched in performative intimacy. His frequent public cuddling with Oscar Isaac, hand holding with Vanessa Kirby at Comic Con, and emotionally charged interviews are all part of the script. Look at this fucking wimp, man. Look at this wimp, West?
I'm looking, Chopper. I'm looking, and I can't believe this.
I can understand if you were doing that to to a girl, right? Doing that to a girl because you want to lay in her boobs or something like that, or something like that. Because I do that to my girl, like when I want to lay in boobs and stuff. But this is not the case here, right?
Clearly not.
God, this man's a cuck. The point isn't that man can be isn't that man can be emotional. They can, and there's nothing wrong with it. The point here, however, is that this is not only this is now the only form of masculinity the industry allows is feminized. Feminized. If you aren't emotionally naked, politically charged, and willing to wear thigh highs, you're not welcomed. That's sad. That's sad. Hollywood, man, y'all keep going down this route and stuff, it ain't gonna be no Hollywood.
Yep.
It's already getting to that point where ain't gonna be no Hollywood. Pascal's rise isn't just about fashion or feelings. It's about message discipline. Message discipline? Oh, they want to discipline us using this guy? The same dude that did this shit? Yeah, he's an activist too by the ad and stuff. And I'm not gonna read that. Oh, by the way, he's another one of those losers that goes after J.K. Rowling, right? So there's that and stuff. So you already know that he's gonna probably be boycotting that Harry Potter TV show when it comes out. He's gonna be trying to manufacture a boycott against that. We're not gonna go ahead and read that. We don't need to get it. What the? I wish I didn't see that, West. Tell me I just did not see that.
You see that. Because I unfortunately do too.
Well, I don't need to explain this any further then, West. But, ladies and gentlemen, your new Reed Richards. Remember that. This is the new Reed Richards. Going forward. Good job, Marvel. I hope you're happy that you demasculated Reed Richards. A guy that knows that he's a man and stuff, but you gave it to this man, this guy, who doesn't know that he's a man half the time. And now they're trying to just kill masculinity, Wes. Hollywood's trying to kill masculinity. I'm eventually convinced now. And they're going to do it through Pedro Pascal. But that's not all, Wes, because he knows about the backlash that he's getting and stuff. He knows that nobody likes him as Reed Richards, right?
Yep.
Because you didn't even bother to prepare yourself to at least try to look somewhat like him. You look just like yourself. Like, good lord. You're a terrible Reed Richards, I'm gonna tell you that for sure. Let's see what he said. Well, let's see what he says though. Pascal admitted to knowing that he was not the fandom's first choice for Reed Richards. And Anji, you just never know if people are going to be disgusted by your heart or not. I'm more aware of the disgruntlement around my casting than anything I have ever done. He's too old. He's not right. He needs to shave. Yes, you do need to shave and stuff. You're representing a comic book character brought to live action stuff, and you failed even at that. You look terrible as Reed Richards and stuff. And so you didn't even bother to try to grow a goatee. You didn't even bother to. You could either do it two ways. So there was two ways you could have done Reed Richards. There is the one where he's clean shaven, that he doesn't even have a beard or mustache or goatee at all. And then there's the one where he has a full goatee, right? You had two routes you could have used and stuff. You didn't even do not one of them. You just went in looking like yourself and even take into consideration. You're not playing something that where you could just go in like yourself and play a character and stuff. You're going in as a comic book character and stuff that you're supposed to represent. So you're supposed to look like that character, right? We didn't say that you had to be 100% looking like him and stuff, but looks that that something that he would probably almost look like, like he would in real life if he was real or something. That's sad, isn't it?
Yep.
Sad. Wes, we got to talk about. So you remember that trans TikToker, right? That was on that got a Patreon against her, right?
Yep.
Well, guess what? We heard word from the Florida's AG, and he's got something to say about this guy. So, you want to take a look at this?
Yep.
Okay, so really quickly, we have a friend lives with TikTok, and she wanted us to ask a question about something that was going on that's very strange here in the state of Florida. Now, I know that DeSantis versus Disney is one of the hotter topics of the last couple of years. You ended up winning that brawl straight away. And I don't think Disney's functioned ever better, actually, quite frankly. Like a lot of things are changing in that area and region, and it's for the better, right? Sure. Universal tying through to predation, right? Of vulnerable dynamic energy in Orlando. Tying through to what you just announced this morning about child trafficking, and tying through to predation.
Okay, I gotta see some of this.
Is a bathroom in videos and photos inside of the women's bathroom in Disney. And I'm thinking, well, wait a second. There's no way that this can be legal in the state of Florida, right? This is a transgender influencer. This seems to be first off, you shouldn't be allowed to film inside of bathrooms. It seems really creepy. But then here in Disney, it's extra layers of creepy and wrong. Is there anything happening from a state level on this topic?
Yeah, we're investigating this. We do not tolerate men or boys in women's and girls' restrooms, gyms, private spaces. No tolerance.
He just said it straight up, dude.
We're investigating this one. We've already cracked down on some gyms in South Florida. They were allowing people that identify as women to go into women's locker rooms. We put them on notice that legal action was coming. Thankfully, they changed their ways. Alachua County, a public school system, they had a camp, Camp Crystal Lake, where they were allowing 5th grade elementary.
Camp Crystal Lake. Ain't that something from Scooby-Doo?
Boys to identify as girls and stay in the girls' bunks. We shut this down right away too. Thankfully, they did not fight us on it. It's amazing we have to have these conversations today. But here in Florida, we believe there are two sexes, men and women, and we are going to protect our girls at all costs.
God damn. They ain't playing in Florida, Wes. They ain't playing in Florida and stuff. So yeah, they then already moved forward with this investigation. They're already on top of this case. They ain't playing no games with this person and stuff. That's crazy. Wow. Florida said, hell no, you're not gonna do this shit in our state. Woo! And I won't blame them and stuff. This should be illegal. So women are in this this thing is over here recorded in a woman's bathroom and stuff, and it's making other women feel uncomfortable. Wes, I'm glad Florida's cracking down on this shit. I'm glad. So yeah, you better back down, Lily. take their warning for granted, so because like I said, like I said, you don't back down and stuff, and you going to jail. You going to jail, fool. And you best to believe Big Tyrone's gonna be ready for that booty and stuff. You could dress up as a girl all you want in prison and stuff when you hit there and stuff. And best believe that Tyrone is gonna have a good old time with that little booty.
I posted the proper GIF too.
Yep, this is exactly what you're gonna get right here, Lily. So go ahead. You can continue doing that and stuff. But like I said, your ass is going to jail, and this is what you're going to see when he walks in there and he's ready. He's not nice and ready for you and stuff because he's going to be having some fun. So you can hang up that computer call and go over there and kiss him on his mouth. He's going to be ready. He's going to be ready for you. That's what you get. That's what you get and stuff. So if I was you, Lily, I would back down immediately and stuff. Or else Big Tyrone's gonna get you to hang up that computer call. That is perfect. Wes, we got to talk about Mark Hamill and stuff, and he made a he described his own dark head canon for Luke's arc in the Last Jedi and stuff, and I gotta tell you, Wes, it's fucked up, very fucked up. You want to hear it?
Yep.
Could justify him. So I made up a much, much darker backstory that I thought could justify him being that way. What could make someone give up a devotion to what is basically a religious entity, to give up being a Jedi? Well, the love of a woman. So he falls in love with a woman. He gives up being a Jedi. They have a child together. At some point, the child, as a toddler, picks up an unattended lightsaber, pushes the button, and is killed instantly. The wife is so full of grief, she kills herself. I thought that would be, because I think.
Wow, you are a sick guy, man. Disney Star Wars fucked this guy up.
I hear these horrible stories about these children that find unattended guns and so forth and wind up dead. And I thought that.
So you thought like that. It's like because you saw that happen in real life and you wanted to put it into a Star Wars universe. Is that what I'm hearing, Wes?
Yep.
Once again, Mark Hamill can't separate politics from fiction and stuff. He does not understand there's a difference between politics and there's a difference between fiction, and he just can't separate reality and stuff. So what he does, exactly what I expect him to do and stuff. Say something fucked up, do something fucked up like this. Wow. Kathleen Kennedy fucked you up, man. You should have just walked away when she first called you back in for Luke Skywalker. Which, by the way, The Last Jedi sucked ass, Wes.
Yes, it did.
Resonated with me so deeply that that could possibly, but he didn't have the time to tell a backstory like that. I'm guessing he just wanted a brief thing to.
Why would he want to tell? Why? Why would you want him to tell a story like that? The story was already screwed from the get go and stuff. I'm just assuming that didn't make no things better, Wes.
To explain it, and to me, it didn't justify it. That said, and I told him this, despite the fact that I disagree with your choices for Luke, I'm going to do everything within my power to make your screenplay work as best that I can.
That's still fucked up, dude, and stuff. Now, I understand that he fucking ruined Luke. But why would you? I don't get it with these some of these Hollywood actors, man. I don't know. Mark Hamill's just washed up, man. The older he gets, the more stupider he gets. That's all I can say, Wes. It's just, what are we doing at this point, Wes? What are we doing at this point? We're just every time we bring up this guy Mark Hamill, he just continues to make a fool of himself. If it's not him,
I really don't know.
Yep. Because Hollywood's got another bigger problem on their office stuff. So remember Megan 2.0, West? I mean, remember Megan?
Yep.
It used to be a killer robot and stuff. Well, guess what? It's not even that no more, because now it's a misfire. It's a massive misfire at the box office and stuff. Because guess what they did to it, Wes? Guess what they did to it and stuff. You think it's still a horror? It's a slasher horror film, like the
Nope.
first one was. That's the reason why people went and saw it, right? Well, guess what? Guess what? Where is it? Where is it? The genre that it had it on. I can't find it. So this is apparently now an action sci-fi type of drama thing, West. Yes, a science fiction American action film now. Why did y'all do that to this film? Why you didn't let her continue to be this killer robot? And now y'all flopping at the box office. I wonder why. Because you took what possibly could be a slasher killer robot, right? And you turned it into some type of action sci-fi film. Well, Hollywood's just out of ideas, aren't they? Once again, Hollywood's just out of ideas and stuff. That's all that is to that and stuff. What you have to say about that, West?
Honestly, can't say it wasn't unexpected. Hollywood ruins everything they touch.
Yep. They get a good mental going with the first thing, with the first movie they make and stuff. Then they want to do these sequels and stuff, and it gets bad. You just don't like. If y'all was gonna do this shit, y'all should just left Megan alone. Just let the first movie be. One and done. Why we can't have one and done?
That doesn't make the money, Chopper.
Huh?
Because that doesn't make all the money, Chopper.
Half of 2025 has been nothing but sequels. Half of 2025. Well, Wes, we gotta talk about the B tubers again and stuff. So as I would say, Wes, you take one down and stuff. You get rid of that one person, right? Like you cut the weeds and stuff, and they just go right back. Guess what? Somebody's back again and stuff. Is it Andrew Vallens? No, Andrew Vallens is definitely still going. Now somebody else taking over their job and stuff, and it's put out a whole ass hit list on VTubers that didn't agree with her. That posse didn't agree with her. Wes, take a look at this YouTuber right here. This VTuber. That bio tells you all you need to know, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And take a look at that. But unfortunately, they ain't making that success like they want to. I don't want to watch her stream. Sitting at 469 followers over there. So that success is not really getting to her. Or getting to it, whatever it is. And only has 75 subscribers. Wouldn't be surprised and stuff. Maybe because your shit ain't your content ain't shit. And so you the only reason why you gain relevancy because you did this shit. And you're gonna fade back into we're gonna roast your ass, then you're gonna fade back into non-existence. That's all that's gonna happen, West. Cause guess what? Guess what? This is what we find out thanks to Blabs. Look at this. Congrats, you bullied another journalist out of reporting on the important things. Maybe Anna is right. Maybe VTubing is just a toxic ball of racism, transphobia, and Nazism. I'm not a VTuber. I'm a V creator because I have an actual. Have you taken a stupid pill or something? I think this person's taking a stupid pill, Wes.
Yeah, it must be hard being that fucking stupid.
It really must be hard and stuff because this journalist that you it is about Anna Valens. I was not surprised because Anna Valens said some very fucked up shit and stuff, and then when she decided to try to go and cancel Kirsch and stuff, that blew up in this guy's face so badly and stuff that something from something from their past popped up, which was so disgusting and just oh my god. Me and Wes had to sit and hear that shit. It was just beyond ridiculous, Wes. And now you think and now you claim that we bullied them and stuff. Nah, they just didn't have the mental capacity to deal with it and stuff because they knew they were in the wrong and stuff. And I'm sure there's going to be some dirt on this person too, Wes. So continue digging yourself your hole and stuff. You should probably get the message that you should probably back down, just go back to what you're doing before shit gets bad for you. Because it's going to get bad for you. Now I'm not talking about death threats or anything. I'm talking about that you're gonna probably have shit popping up on you that you probably don't want out there and stuff. Because people are gonna dig deep to try to find your past and stuff to see how fucked up you are. That's how it works nowadays and stuff. When you try to cancel somebody and stuff and you try to do this shit like make a hit list. I'm serious. I want to calm this. So you want to calm so if a Nazi peeking me has a AI art of her holding a Nazi flag stomping on the trans workers, can I get a real art of me on the trans flag massacring? You didn't already this person then already shot shot themselves in the foot, West. First of all, where did Nazis come from, West?
No fucking clue.
This person instantly thought Nazis in their head and stuff. Not excuse me, Nazis hasn't been a thing since World War II, so I don't know what you got that from. What, did you go back in a time travel and stuff and tried to convince them and stuff and you barely made it out of your life? Is that what happened? Oh, there we go. There we go. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, I should have known that that's what I was gonna see. All people that doesn't agree with that with Andrew Vallon and stuff. There's a Nazi, West. So guess what? Me and you, Nazis. Well, I didn't know that Nazis took in black people. Sad, isn't it? And of course, got to say this out off the wall shit. Of course, you got to say fuck them and stuff. Yeah, congratulations, you over here saying this on your pussy Blue Sky account. Nazi, Nazi, Nazi. All this is just her, just this person saying Nazi this, Nazi that. So you must have obsession. You for somebody who hates Nazis and stuff, you sure talking about it a lot, right?
Yep. I think people. Do they get paid for every time they say Nazi? Like, damn.
Yeah, you must look these grifters, Nazi, Nazi at the end of. You just over here just saying Nazi, 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 Nazi. What are you doing, man? Are you fucking stupid? But we can know why you're doing that. You're doing this and stuff because you need some clout. Sometimes that, like I said, and stuff. I wish whoopings was still legal, and so your mama could beat you with a belt or a switch or something like that. I don't even know what her race is and stuff, but if they did use a belt.
Nothing can do it better than a good sound beat.
Thank you, Danny Glover. Yes, nothing will do you better than a good sound beating because you need to be beaten by you need to get whooping. We need to bring that shit back with switches, belts, right? Shoes. This is out of control, man. Just getting away with anything. And so I didn't say people go and beat you up and stuff because I know people are gonna try to take that. I said your parents need to go back and do that shit, and so we need to bring back where your parents can do that shit so y'all can get a good sound beating. Jesus Christ, West. So yeah, that's the new topic now. So now we got possibly a new person trying to emerge, making hit lists, on who they're gonna hit next and stuff, and they're gonna try to do it. So how much you want to bet? We're gonna find some dirt on this person, right? Now we get to talk about the good stuff, West. Not really. Robert Downey Jr., really? Why would you? Oh my god. They got RDJ too. Disney paid you way too much money, didn't they? Wow, that Avengers Doomsday check. They did pay him $100 million, right? For reaffirms my faith in our industry. He reaffirms your faith in your industry. Robert Downey Jr., you've been in the industry for God knows how long and stuff, and you putting your faith in this guy?
Damn, the industry is screwed.
Robert Downey, I mean, I understand the money is good right now, but holy shit. You're putting your faith in Pedro Pascal, man. It really is screwed. Pedro Pascal is now officially the face Marvel Studios is betting on. A bet that they're gonna definitely lose. I can tell you that for sure, West.
Yep.
That's a bet they're gonna lose and stuff. Because remember, they tried this with Brie Larson. That shit failed. They tried this with Miss Marvel. That shit failed. Now they tried that with Ironheart. That shit failed. They tried that with She-Hulk. That failed too. And now they got themselves a man again, right? But it ain't the man that you think it is, right?
Yep.
It's a man that nobody
Unfortunately,
yep.
It's a quote unquote man.
A man that doesn't even know that he's a man half the time. Disney PR machine led by Robert Downey Jr. is pulling up all the stops to make sure all audiences fall in line. I don't think Robert Downey Jr. is saving shit in the MCU West. No, not with this defending Pedro Pascal and stuff. This Pedro Pascal is here to kill Marvel. I think Pedro Pascal is going to be the death of Marvel West. Which the Fantastic Four and Avengers Doomsday actor was showered with praise by Robert Downey Jr., who stars opposite Pascal as Doctor Doom in the next phase, Marvel's next phase defining film. Defining film. We'll see about that, Wes. Ah, shit. Like I mean, we were glad that Robert Downey Jr. was back and stuff, but Pedro Pascal's slow trajectory to becoming a household name, who is wildly hot streak, kind of forms our faith in my faith in our industry. That's what he told them. So really, Robert Downey Jr. Why? Why, man? Disney really paid you that much to push this guy too. So you had to push Riri Williams and that guy. That's sad, Wes. I mean, he would do anything for money, I guess.
Yep.
And if that doesn't get you, it's baffling to me because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Because you come in to fight, and then Robert Downey Jr. Have you forgotten? There's some controversy going around this guy that he possibly could be a creep. Pascal's public image isn't just controversial; it's baffling. From Comic Con to social media, his behavior has repeatedly been drawn scrutiny. At San Diego Comic Con, a now infamous clip shows him holding Vanessa Kirby's hand and rubbing her arm in what many viewed to be an overly familiar gesture that at the time was explained away as Pascal being nervous in front of a large crowd and needing of friendship and solidarity, painting herself as the one who needed the support. But the optics didn't sit well with a portion of the fandom, especially as the utter criticism mounted. Actress Dakota Johnson, which we talked about, Wes. We already read this part, right?
I believe so.
Well, he wanted her to start an adult subscription site and wiggle a toe for money, and also stole her clothes too. This is the person we're trusting, and this guy is being a creep. Yeah, I thought y'all don't like creeps. I guess they like y'all secretly like Harvey Weinstein, don't y'all? I wouldn't be too surprised. I can tell you one thing, I'm sorry, Robert Downey Jr. No offense to you. You can't save the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You can't. I advise you to stop trying because it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna happen. This universe is screwed because Pedro Pascal is gonna possibly be the death of it. And then, not to mention, along with the bad writers, right? The bad writing and all the bad products that Marvel's been putting out, it's just the MCU's done, Wes. It's done. I don't see this. I don't see Fantastic Four doing well from this. Wes, we got more. We got more Shills. Wes, look, Ironheart hate. It's just racist.
Oh yes, because I can't hate it because it's got bad writing or maybe just not likable. No, but it's just racism.
Racism once again. We're review bombing. Oh yes, we got to add in our article. It's review bombing too, Wes. We review bombed it too. It's review bombing, man. Double standard Ironheart faces. Oh yeah, the typical racist right wing fascists. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I'm not reading this whole article. I'm just gonna just describe to you what basically this article is about. But West, I can tell you one thing: they don't have faith in the Fantastic Four they're putting out, West. Because guess what? There's a possibility Chris Evans and the original Fantastic Four are coming back. What does that tell you, West? That Avengers Doomsday. Huh?
That the MCU is screwed.
Yep. Because if you need the original Fantastic Four from 2005 to come back and save you, then you have basically no faith in this movie doing well and stuff. This movie is beyond screwed. If you can't even rely on the Fantastic Four members you got now. Then first of all, you would have been fine if you casted somebody else, if you didn't cut Reed Richards. People would have been all down and be like, okay, yeah, I'll play Reed Richards, right? People that actually look close to him or could probably work with him if you like put their look in some type of way. But no, you didn't do that. You didn't do that and stuff. So you fucked up, and now look what happened. Now we're hearing things about the original Fantastic Four coming back for Avengers Doomsday. Wow. I mean, I'm all for it and stuff, but I'm all for it to seeing that version of Fantastic Four and stuff because I don't too much care for this new version. Kevin Feige teased that the spaceship is not the one from the Fantastic Four first. He doesn't even. So let me get this straight. You have no faith in this Fantastic Four that you got. That's what you're telling me? Is that what Kevin Feige's telling me, Wes?
I believe so.
You needed the original Fantastic Four to come back and save your ass. That is sad.
Very sad.
Then why you just didn't cast the original Fantastic Four from 2005? They're all still alive, right?
I'm pretty sure.
You would have been better off with that one and stuff. All you had to do was just give them better costumes. And that's it. They're a little bit older now and stuff, but I'm sure you could make it work, right? Damn, man, y'all didn't even have no faith. Y'all try to push Pedro Pascal to be this big thing and stuff. You don't even have faith in him. They're already trying to cheat. This movie's about to be a fucking mess, Wes.
Yep.
It's like now we're gonna have two versions of Fantastic Four in Avengers Doomsday, possibly. So let me get this straight. So that means that we're gonna get some possibility that Norrin Rad might show up in Avengers Doomsday. Is that what I'm hearing, Wes?
If that's gonna be the case, then by God, I hope so.
Well, that could be a little safe. Look, you got to do something here, Marvel and stuff. I think that's your best bet. If you bringing in the original Fantastic Four, then you might as well bring back the actual Silver Surfer. Maybe you might do some saving grace. It might do you some good. Because I don't know what to tell you from here. It's gonna get bad from here. You have no movies but Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out next year. And by the time Avengers Doomsday comes out, The year's over. He said there is something at play, saying, but I'm not sure they're the same ship. That is sad that you could even count on the Fantastic. You could even count on your current cast of Fantastic Four. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get these guys. We're gonna get them back. Hey, I prefer it then. I'm fine with that then, Wes. I like them better anyways. That is funny, man. That they didn't even bother. They just said, "Yeah, we're gonna bring him back." So, what do you think about this, West?
The MCU is fucked. That's all I gotta say.
That's perfect. The way he said it. It is too. The MCU is fucked. There's nothing you can do to save this shit fest and stuff. The fans are checked out, man. They're done. It's over.
Yep.
And look at this shit. Look at this shit right here. And this doesn't make any things any worse than it already is for the Fantastic Four. Check and look at this. Vanessa Kirby details viral Pedro Pascal Comic Con arm rub contradicts past anxiety narrative.
Wow. That's very telling.
It explains everything. I wouldn't be now. I'm now convinced that might happen. We might be getting the original cast. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, you want to see the video again? Here it is. Look at this. He touched. Look at it. Look at the way. She's like, "Why the hell are you touching me?" That's totally not creepy, isn't it, Wes? Why the fuck are you touching her? That's not even your fucking wife. You don't even have a wife. Jesus Christ. Fans praised her for being a calming presence, but now Kirby is telling a different story. What happened is we were both incredibly nervous going out in front of thousands of people who love this comic. He wanted me to know that we were in this together, and I found it a lovely gesture and was very glad to squeeze his hand back. Nah, she had to lie about that shit.
Yep.
Damn, somebody said she's too ugly to be Sue Storm. Pedro Pascal, this is true right here. Look at this comment. It's lucky that the days of Me Too have been largely forgotten by the women of Hollywood. That is true. Thanks to Amber Heard and the Johnny Depp trials and stuff, I think the Me Too movement is over, West. And so with Johnny Depp winning that trial and stuff, Pedro Pascal better be lucky he didn't get Me Too. Because that right there would have had your ass getting Me Too. Because they think that you're trying to do terrible things to her. Oh, you just count your blessings, Pedro Pascal. And that's the end of that and stuff. You got anything else to say?
Nope. Let's just end it. I'm done. I'm checked out.
Yeah. This is Chopper and West signing out for now. Peace.
Peace.